We played and ranked every single Call of Duty Zombies map. We did BO4 last week. We're doing Cold War this week.
Yes, sir. And this is our list, meaning it's the right list.
The only list on the internet that matters.
Yeah, it's featuring Debonair Dinner.
Featuring Dinner.
MC
number 3.
one of the realest MCs, aka
Fable.
Fable 2.
Fable 2 video coming soon. So this is episode 5 or 6?
Episode 6.
Episode 6 of playing and ranking every single Zombies map. BO4 was dope. Cold War, this is a big change. So there's a lot of things to talk about. We're only reviewing the maps, not the experience of the game itself. So a lot of the extra stuff like perk upgrades and whatnot we might mention, but they're not going to impact everything at a big scale. Story is important, but not a huge deal. Purely going off of replayability and fun factor. Did we have fun playing the maps? Would we play them again? And yeah, so if your list is different from ours, comment your list down below. We probably will just delete it and erase and block you, but
we'll do what we have to.
We'll do what we have to protect ourselves, you know, at the end of the day.
And John Treyarch,
at the end of the day, you know, not everyone has good taste, as we found out.
People saying Vanguard's their favorite experience. I mean, we'll get to that, but
Dev likes Blood of the Dead. We will never forgive that shit.
So the first two are a little bit of like honorable mentions, but we're gonna count them in the grand scheme of things, and that's gonna be starting us off at number 6, being Outbreak.
Outbreak, which is like the open world expanded map.
Yeah, the Warzone type thing.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to even count this. Like I said, these are bonus things. They're not really
like mainline.
They're not even maps really. They're kind of just experiences. It was okay, decent idea, but I don't got much to say. It's just it is what it is, you know.
I feel like one of the main things I would want to say about it is like the point system is kind of like the main thing that detracts for me. You know what I mean?
You get so little points. You got to do the objective stuff for sure.
Yeah, and it's just like, why play this when you can play Onslaught if you really love objectives like that? But you know, even then, just play round based. What are we talking about? Like at that point,
I don't know. For me, the map was cool, but it's basically just again Warzone 2.0, and the point system, is a little
right.
Especially with getting what was it, about 50?
It's like 25.
I think it was like 20 points or something.
20 points.
So
stupid.
Not much to really say on that map, honestly. Though it was cool, I guess, like the experience wise. But again, if you really just play Warzone, then you might as well just kind of hop on that.
100%.
And I think Modern Warfare Zombies is kind of the same thing, just like a better experience.
Right.
And that brings us to number 5, which is Onslaught.
Onslaught, kind of more the same. I think I like this one just a little bit more.
I thought it was more fun in general.
I think going through the multiplayer maps is a little bit more fun. I think it's a little bit better designed than Outbreak. Not by much though, to be honest. These are just kind of
they're both kind of like, you know,
they exist on the game. They're there.
That like the small objectives of like killing the elites or anything. I don't think that's like bad at all. I just feel like it's just like a worse version of round based, which is just like at that point it almost defeats the purpose of objective based in general. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Onslaught.
All right, let's get into the real maps, the ones that actually matter. Let's start from the bottom. We're going worst to best. These are all pretty much good maps, though. There's not a single map that I think is actual, like, horrible, bad experience or anything like that.
For number 4, we have Firebase Z.
Firebase Z. I think the thing that holds this map back is just there's not, like, anything super special about it. The coolest thing for me is the beach, like, fight that you have is pretty dope, where they're, like, running through. Yeah. I think that's cool. The wonder weapon's okay.
It's pretty good.
I feel like this is it's a decent map. You know, it exists.
Not super creative. I feel like. I feel like that's what's like the drawback for it. It's still like a fun, enjoyable map. Yeah. But it doesn't push the envelope in like any way really. Like it's just like, you know, you get in there, you do what you got to do. Kind of like it gives me like, I don't know, like town vibes a little bit or something.
It does give town vibes. It's a smaller map. I think. Yeah. It's interesting. I like the flow of it. I think the mini boss zombies are cool. They keep it interesting. Layout's good. I don't got any major criticisms over it, to be honest.
Firebase Z was cool for me. I mean, it's for sure a lot of better maps within the game, but I kind of really don't have too many complaints about Firebase Z as a whole. Wonder Weapon, it's cool.
Overall, it's a good map. I don't have anything major to say about it. I think that's kind of the issue with a lot of maps from Cold War, like onwards, even, like not to spoil anything, but even some of the maps in like BO6, they're good. They're not bad at all. It's just they don't do much like that I would really consider special. So that's why it's at the bottom, but still a good map.
Especially compared to like older maps, I feel like it's for sure. Like I feel like older maps had a lot more character than a lot of the newer ones. A lot more pushing of the envelope, like with the systems like Afterlife and all of that. Like, I don't know. It's the same with the Wonder Weapon too, because like the Ray K or whatever. It's a it's an AR. It's a packed AR. It's not doing that much different.
All right, Dev, move us on to the next one.
For number 3, we have Forsaken.
Forsaken is a dope map. I think overall, I wanted it to be a lot better than what it was. I think that's why it doesn't go higher for me. There's a lot of things I really like about it that ultimately kind of disappoint me later on in the map. But Wonder Weapon is on 10. It might be one of the coolest Wonder Weapons we have in a minute, to be honest.
Very cool, very cool.
I think we all kind of felt a certain way about it. Getting it, transforming the modes and everything into it. Yeah. And pretty much had to just kill ourselves because the gun's too good. You kind of have to exfil or whatever, because at a certain point you just run in circles forever.
Yeah, you could really just run around with the gun and axe combo. I forgot the actual name of the weapon itself.
It's like the Chisler or like something like that.
Something like that. I'm not sure.
Something like that.
But overall, I like the sections of the map.
The Crystal Axe is what
Crystal Axe. Yeah. I like the sections of the map and being able to zip line real quick. That was dope. The inclusion of the Burger Town and all of that. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's a lot to do. It's cool. I mean, I don't understand why they have the Abomination thing instead of the Margwa. I guess just to give it a projectile, with the lightning and everything. But beyond that, it's solid. I just feel like it does what Firebase Z does, but better. Because in general, now that I think about it, most of Cold War's maps are pretty small, across the board.
This map is big, but it's kind of like we talked about some of the BO4 maps. It's really tight in it, the hallways and the sections and everything.
Yeah.
Not in a negative way, but just in a way where I feel like there's too many small little huts to go into, little shops, little VHS stores and whatnot.
Yeah.
That I find myself just staying in the streets the entire time.
Yeah.
Just to avoid anything, but layout's cool. The zip lines are dope. The middle section is cool. The section where you go through the bunker and everything is really dope.
This map was actually kind of surprising for me. The Wonder Weapon is awesome. I like the axe.
Facts.
I like the crystal, gun that you kind of turn it into. Kind of reminds me of, that one gun off of Halo. The map itself, it's kind of weird. It's spacious, but it's not sometimes.
A lot of tight corners.
There's a lot of tight corners. There's a lot of buildings, piggybacking off what Alex had just said. As a whole, though, I think it's a pretty decent map all around, though. I kind of really don't have too many complaints about it. I think it was cool that the pack, was in the disclosed space to where zombies couldn't get in for a little bit. That was kind of nice, too.
Like a breathing room.
It's
type
a little,
shit. It's kind of like the 5 room.
The
panic
teleport
room.
The panic room.
Yeah.
The panic room. You're right.
Yeah. I definitely agree with all that. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing that disappoints me a little bit is the Wonder Weapon's so cool. There's so many cool ideas. And I think the map layout and everything in the map is just kind of okay.
Yeah.
But the map itself is really, really interesting in its ideas and concepts. But where the aesthetic of Die Maschine is just so dope. It's so cool. It's so interesting. This one I feel like it's just kind of, I think it tries to do nostalgia maybe with the VHS store and the Burger Town shit. Yeah. But it just comes off as kind of they just reuse assets or something. I don't know.
I feel not to speak on it too early because we haven't even ran through Infinite Warfare or any of that yet.
Right.
For bonus
Zombie
episodes.
Spaceland vibes.
Zombie Spaceland. I feel like that's from what I've seen peak that they fully lean into that nostalgia vibe versus I feel like here it's they kind of just dip their toes in.
Yeah, there's some big colorful neon stuff going on here for sure.
I do kind of want to add to what you were saying as far as the tightness, the fact that a lot of the challenges they're all right, go in this 2x4 space and survive for a minute and a half. I'm not that it's necessarily that difficult. It's more the open spaces are real open, but then the closed ones are real closed. You really can't get out of those places. Especially if there's multiple people trying to do the same challenge in that tiny little VHS shop or wherever.
I think the Abomination also makes things kind of tough. Thankfully, the Wonder Weapon is the only real way to easily take out the Abomination. Even a triple packed legendary rarity gun is not going to put too much work into that fool.
Yeah. Takes a minute.
So I think the Abomination's cool. I do kind of feel, looking back now, being that we've played so many maps, what the Abomination being in BO6 and stuff is just kind of lazy. But
yeah,
it's a cool mini boss. I think it's an interesting variation of a Margwa type looking thing.
Yeah.
I got nothing negative to say about this one. I got nothing negative to say about any of the Cold War maps, to be honest. They're all good.
Yeah.
This one I just think it's above Firebase Z because the Wonder Weapon is super cool. The map layout is interesting, but no, there's a lot to be desired. I feel like.
Yeah, it does a lot well, but I feel like it still does lack slightly on the aesthetic front and everything. Like they could have done more with it to kind of make that more of the forefront. Which I feel like what really makes maps like Der Eisendrache, for instance, or like Mob of the Dead, like super iconic.
Yeah.
And like I feel like going forward, like if they really lean into that and like focus on that, that can like really make some more iconic maps going forward instead of like forgettable ones.
For sure.
No, I don't have really any complaints about the map in its entirety. You do absolutely need that wonder weapon as fast as you can, though, especially if you were actually trying to do the Easter egg on that map, because as soon as you press that button and you don't have the wonder weapon, good luck.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, we pretty much, it was a night and day difference from when we didn't have the wonder weapon, because we did like a 25 round run with no wonder weapon, and it was like awful. We were getting our shit rocked. And we did it again with the wonder weapons early, and it was like a way better, way more fun experience. To the point where, I mean, I would say, if you don't get that wonder weapon by like round 12, like just wrap it up.
Yeah.
Just run it back.
Run that shit back. All right, so that's Shaken. What's up next, Devonair?
And at 2, we have Mauer der Toten.
This map is a vibe. I think you could maybe swap this with Die as far as number 1.
They're both really solid maps.
Great map. I think this one really, really does a lot in a way that's not super overwhelming. Like if you want to do Klaus and go through all that crazy stuff, you totally can. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, it's not like a huge pain either. I feel like it's very like you will need a guide, but when, you know, once you do go through it, it's really not bad.
Right. The wonder weapon is super dope. The pistol with the different variations is super cool.
I do like that. Like the picking up the different variations, and then you get more ammo, and then it changes the entirety of like how the weapon works. Yeah,
and maybe we should mention it and speak on it here. This is like one of the first games, I think it might be one of the only games too, where pretty much every wonder weapon we can all easily get. There's not a weird thing of you can only get 2 or you can only get 1. I like that a lot. It makes it better for like people that are playing as groups like us, where it's 3 or 4 people.
Agreed.
So that way everyone can kind of get a taste of the wonder weapon and not have just one person kind of soak it all up. So
yeah, definitely.
That's cool. And this wonder weapon was really dope. I think I kind of preferred its default mode, to be honest.
I liked the laser one. The laser one was really solid, I feel like.
That's one I think I like too. The laser one. The laser and the swarm one were really good.
I was going to say there's like the rocket one too.
Really good. The swarm one was, and it had like the shotgun one. The auto lock thing too.
Yeah, when you aim down.
That was gas.
I do want to say in general, as far as Cold War, I really enjoy like the fact that you can run the trials and then get the wonder weapon for everyone, like you said. I feel like that makes it more enjoyable for everyone across the board. Like there's something to keep continuing to try to do. We can all do challenges to try to get, you know, the wonder weapon for the next person that doesn't have it.
It keeps the game going. It keeps the flow going. It also gives us all something to do.
Definitely.
Versus like one person doing the main quest and then the other 2 just kind of figuring things out.
Yeah.
Overall, I have no notes. I mean, everything about the map is great. The aesthetic of like this rundown city is really cool. We get the disciples for the first time, which I think they work the best in this map.
Definitely.
I think later on maps in like Modern Warfare and all that stuff, they get kind of weird. But I think here they work, and I don't mind them here at all.
Yeah,
and the Panzer's a big threat. Like genuinely will rock you down. Like bro's murderous as hell. Game. Yeah, I mean the layout's dope. I think the underground section is really cool. There's tons of verticality to this. You got the different levels of the hotel buildings. You can take the tightrope up and go up and down.
Yeah, I really like the verticality and like the railroad system and all of that. Like just being able to go through there and everything. I feel like it's pretty solid as far as that. And like I feel like once again it kind of stands ahead of its peers with the aesthetic front, like with the building and everything, and like being able to go through it or go through like the other buildings and use the zip line to go across. Like I feel like that adds a lot to the map in general.
Zip line is definitely dope. Zip line's a vibe.
My thoughts on it, I think the map in its whole entirety is actually pretty consistent. The zip lining to kind of how spacious the map is.
For sure.
There's some tight corners within the map, obviously, if you go into some of the buildings, but it's still manageable. Like, they give you the option to even jump out of the windows, which is kind of clutch at the end of the day.
You got to stay out that jug room, though.
No, that jug room
was nutty. You got to stay out there.
Yeah, is it like a bar or something like that?
Yeah, the bar. You can't be in there at all, man.
Even the wonder weapons, I really love them. From the base form to the swarm to I didn't try out the laser, but that one looked really cool.
Yeah, the Cerberus is what it's called.
Cerberus. That's clean.
Okay. Yeah, even the little how it was it like a ball that like shoots with you?
The orb that goes on the side. That's cool because they've never done something like that before.
I did really like
where
that.
It's like a third or a second thing shooting with you.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool.
It was actually really clean. The Disciples were nice. Panzer, throwback. I really don't have any complaint. I really enjoyed my time, honestly, on this map.
Yeah, it was a great map.
I think this one and our number one are probably the two that I would be down to replay at any moment. Like,
stand above the rest for sure.
I had from the beginning, very first like round to the last round, it felt like there was constantly like something moving, like pushing it. Definitely. It kind of gave vibes of Mob of the Dead, where you're never fully done, like set up.
Yeah.
You could have all your perks, you could have the wonder weapon, but there's always like something moving, something pushing you around.
Yeah, definitely.
In a good way. But I think the step up from Firebase Z and Forsaken to this one, as far as my enjoyment, is way higher. Not like necessarily it's better, but I think I had a lot more fun.
It's a funner map in general, I think.
I think it was more enjoyable than the two under it. Forsaken and Firebase Z were both dope. The vibes are cool, but I enjoyed my time with this one a lot more. Like, if you guys, if we were playing, you guys wanted to run to like round 50, I'd be like, bet. Like,
let's do it. Yeah.
So my enjoyability with this map was really high, as far as that goes.
I definitely agree with you. I feel like the fun factor is definitely there for this map. I like the ease of access to Wonder Fizz too.
Yeah, the rope system just made everything easy, bro. Like,
yeah, it's fire.
This rope system should have been in Die Rise.
For sure.
Zip lining, forget all that trample team stuff, but like being able just to go up and down levels, horizontal across buildings and stuff.
Yeah,
is such a good idea here. If they ever do a Die Rise reimagined, do that. Do what they do here.
I think that's how you do verticality right.
100%. Yeah, make it easy.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to struggle to traverse through the map.
Yeah, like you shouldn't be like directly above me down, and it takes me like 5 minutes to try to get around. And that's the thing is, in Die Rise, if you're across towers, it's legitimately like a problem to get someone. Yeah.
In this one, you could be across the map. It's like, oh, I got you, bro. Like,
no, that's actually pretty true. That's 100% true.
Exactly.
The mobility too. Also, I feel like BO4, like it has like pretty solid mobility, but like with the maps being as tight as they are, I feel like kind of an issue. I feel like in Cold War, it's not really. Even when it is tight, like you can still like kind of get around. And you can still like figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, eventually we're gonna discuss the actual experiences of each game and going through.
Yeah.
But I know you were a little bit apprehensive on like the modern warfare feeling of zombies and everything. I told you from the jump, I think Cold War is my favorite feeling zombies, as far as being able to jump over railings, being able to actually climb stuff that makes sense and not like be hit with invisible walls everywhere.
Facts.
And I feel like I'm able to actually get through tight corners that I should be able to get through. Like, I'm not being pulled in. I'm not being like shoved in certain ways where I'm just getting locked down.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll talk about the zombies experience, whatever, but it makes a map like Toten possible because it can have tight corners, but I can still get through that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Also, no perk limit.
No perk limit is great on this game.
Fire.
I think this is also my favorite version of the armor system with the salvage and everything.
Yeah, you don't have to put the pads in individually.
This is my favorite version of the armor system.
That sucks.
I don't want to say this is peak zombies as far as that. I think in my opinion, this is like peak zombies experience.
Yeah.
Like the roguelite aspect of getting really upgrades for your perks gives you reason to keep playing. I think that's really cool, but we'll touch on that in a different video. But Toten, I would say this is easily could be interchangeable for number one for me, but
I agree. I feel like top two is very like switchable in that way of they're both like leading the pack like easily.
Right.
It is interchangeable because I really did enjoy my time on this map. As a whole, yeah, I pretty much really love that map. So there's really no complaints over here. They could be interchanged to 1 or 2.
All right, so no surprise. Number one is Die Maschine. It's no questions.
Honestly, 1 or 2 was interchangeable. Personally, I probably would put the last one on 1.
Right.
But no complaints that this is number 1 whatsoever. It's still a good map at the end of the day.
For sure. Yeah, I'm across the board. Like, this is going back to like BO1 and BO2. Like, I really, really love like the snow aesthetic, and I feel like they did that like to a T with the addition of Noct and then using the graffiti. Like, I feel like aesthetically this is by far the best map to me in this game. And I would put this up there as far as aesthetics, like even with those other maps that I mentioned previously. The map does pretty much everything that you would need a map to do. My main thing as far as complaints would be like some of the upgrades of the Wonder Weapon aren't as good as the other ones. Specifically, I think it was the fire one wasn't as good.
The fire one was dookie. Like, you might as well not even do that shit, to be real.
Low-key, you're better off doing the base.
The default one, and then the other 3 are good.
Yeah.
The fire one, just completely disregard that shit.
Yeah, I enjoyed the ice one. I enjoyed the ice one probably the most, to be honest. I know that's not like the most.
Fart cloud is my favorite.
The fart cloud.
My only complaint with the ice one, even though I actually do personally like that one the best, is the fact that when it gets to a certain point, zombies will literally still hit you while they're freezing.
Yeah, in the animation of freezing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I kind of love that one the most. I never tried the gas one. Well, I think I actually did try the gas one. That one was pretty solid too.
I was hogging the gas one pretty tough. That one. I mean, yeah, like Jaden said, this is the best version of Noct. I mean, Noct was in transit for a second. It's in Revelations for a little bit, but this is like a whole different level. This is I feel confident enough to say this is my favorite on disc map of all time.
Oh, really?
In the vibe that I think this is the perfect on disc map, in the sense that a veteran, like someone that's played every zombies Easter egg ever, could take this map, have fun. A brand new player that's never touched zombies, this could be their first experience and have fun. It's challenging with the megatons, but it's rewarding with the wonder weapons. The training spots are pretty easy, to be honest. Like the map layout is just, don't be in that fuck ass bunker and you'll be cool.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
The little Easter egg to do the dancing zombies to get the free perk, free jug, and ray gun sometimes is dope. In my eyes, there's not a better on disc map that pleases as many players, does as many things as this map does. Like Kino's dope, it's cool, but it doesn't have a wonder weapon like in the same way that this one does, where every player can have one. It doesn't have like a boss like the Megaton. Like obviously it's hard to compare something so new to something so much older, but if I had to pick a favorite on disc map, it's Die Machine without a doubt.
I think that's a very valid take for sure.
I don't think there's any maps that I can think of that I can play on, that I can bring someone brand new to play on, and we both have an equally enjoyable time.
No, that's absolutely, yeah.
Like if we play a map like Moon, a brand new player is going to be so shit on in that map.
Yeah.
If we play 9, it's fun, it's dope. Only one wonder weapon. I think the Blight Fathers are kind of annoying in there compared to the Megatons, in my opinion at least.
Yeah, Megatons, I feel like once you get the gun and everything, like they're pretty easy to deal with.
They're easy, and when you have multiple people, you can kind of split them off and do your thing.
Like we each take one kind of a thing.
Yeah, I in my opinion, favorite on disc map. Wonder weapons are dope. The dies are all good. I think they really cooked with this one, as far as just you compare this to Alpha Omega's Wonder shit, where like they try to do different elemental stuff and they all just kind of feel like weak versions of each other.
Yeah.
These ones feel, other than the fire one is doo-doo cheeks, but they all feel pretty good and unique. And like I love the cloud one because I think that goes to how I play. Versus you guys like the ice one, just how you guys play is different.
Yeah.
This is also the first game with like field upgrades and whatnot. So like Aether Shroud, Healing Aura, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really have any notes as far as this map goes. Aesthetics, I mean, we talk about it. It hits it all. It's bright, it's colorful, but it's like you have the dark side with the ether and everything.
Yeah, the dark ether is like super dope.
I don't know. I don't want to fucking gag this map too hard, but it's
a really, really good map. I think it's definitely rightfully so at that #1 spot. I know it's a little bit of a hot take as far as like, you know, if you like zombies YouTubers, a lot of them will goat like Mauer probably the most, or like I know a lot of people were saying that they like Forsaken a lot. I think this game surprised me with how solid all the maps were across the board.
Yeah, no, you were excited to get into it, but I think you were also a little bit apprehensive as far as some of the maps. Just because BO4 was also, I mean, there were so many lows, but there were so many highs in BO4.
Yeah, definitely.
And this map, or this game also stopped doing a lot of the fantasy stuff, like Ancient Evil and Dead of the Night and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's way more science-y and military and whatnot.
I'm a fan of both like aspects. I do wish that they would kind of lean more into the fantasy though than like they have been recently.
Yeah. I think I like the fantasy stuff more than the sci-fi stuff, to be honest. I think the sci-fi stuff has gone kind of stale for Call of Duty, in my opinion. It's just like, how many more lasers can you do?
I get that. I feel like if they just take things in another direction, like you said, get away from the lasers, just do something fresh, something innovative. Like I feel like they could really like revamp it. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I feel like kind of thinking it over just a little bit more gameplay wise, this is one. This is one. I feel I'd like to consider myself a serious zombies player. I've played zombies very seriously.
Prestige Master Prestige.
So basically going throughout this map, probably aesthetic wise, like it's still amazing. #2 is a little bit better aesthetic wise. I like the axe wonder weapon and everything.
Right.
But gameplay wise and the damage accumulated from the wonder weapon on this map is actually really good. That's how a wonder weapon should be run.
Infinite ammo too, I would like to add.
Yeah, the infinite ammo is pretty nutty. I mean, I think that's also a big reason why I like this map so much is it's a good time, bro. Like, there's some fuck ass shit with the megatons. Sure, the play counts are kind of annoying. Some of the wonder weapon steps are not the easiest to do, especially if you wait till high rounds to do them. But it's a fun, good time, dude. Like, there's nothing super crazy in the way that I'm like, oh my god, I have to deal with this shit. You know, and to be fair, the only reason we even like our game that we played ended because you got disconnected and then you couldn't join back, so we were just like fuck, like
guess what,
end this shit. But I mean, it's a dope map. I keep saying no notes, but I think that kind of encompasses a lot of these maps. Is just there's nothing bad inherently about them, and there's nothing that I would majorly say is a huge issue on any of these maps. Obviously, Outbreak and Onslaught kind of pushed off to the side because who cares about those?
Yeah.
The main core maps are just all great maps. They just progressively get better. Like, as far as our list, progressively they get better.
I definitely agree. I feel like for this one, similarly to like Black Ops 3, I think it's a thing of which map does more good rather than which map is better or worse necessarily. Yeah. It's just like
which one pushes does more things that I enjoy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is Call of Duty Cold War. I think this might be a very big contrast to our next video, which is Vanguard.
Which if you want to see
if you want to see a video of just straight us shitting on something,
watch the Vanguard.
Watch Vanguard. It's gonna be just straight dog shit the entire time, and maybe even the Modern Warfare video too. Who knows?
I mean, Modern Warfare will be a shorty.
Yeah. Overall, Cold War is a great experience. I think for me, it might be peak zombies. Spoiler: we've pretty much played all of them already.
At this point,
I think it's better than BO6. I think it's better than Vanguard. Obviously, I think it's better than BO4. I'm gonna say it. Shoot me.
I don't think that's a hot take, to be honest.
That is not a hot take.
I think it's better than what a lot of people give it credit for. We've had people in our comments be like, Cold War is so ass, like Cold War F tier.
I feel like I was kind of leaning into that. Like I was kind of like
the rhetoric, bro.
Yeah, like I was just like believing it, and then I played it. I was like, low key, this is some heat. Like,
yeah,
I'm tripping a little bit.
Aesthetics were great, and you can feel like the upgrade in the technology behind the game. Like this feels like a next gen PS5 game.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts.
My closing thoughts on Cold War is the fact that I came into this expecting it to be absolute buns. It wasn't buns. It was actually really good.
What the fuck is that?
If you don't play zombies that much, even Cold War is a pretty good base to start.
Right.
If I'm being completely honest. Things within this game is really balanced compared to like a lot of the other CODs.
Right.
The movement is amazing in the game. Again, you can get as much perks as you want, really.
Yeah, and upgrading the perks is really dope. And we'll eventually do a bigger breakdown on the actual gameplay of everything eventually when we're at that point.
Yeah.
But Cold War, some heat.
That's Cold War.
Cold War, some heat.